Good morning. It's Monday, and I'm Nancy Joy. Last week, I had my friend Jalila with me. I was with her in Kansas City, and we recorded Creating Beyond 2012. Because everybody talks about the shift, what's going to happen, what's it mean, and we wanted to give our feedback on it's individual for everybody, and our feedback on being creator gods and assuming a much more powerful role in that than we're presently able to do. And we commented at the time that, it's 2.5 years to learn some more lessons to be pushed into our role of creator God. So today I want to discuss what that might feel like and what that might look like for us. Now, some of us have already been jumping off cliffs. We already know and understand what this is like and what it's feeling like. Maybe we've had some job layoff, illnesses, whatever is going on in our lives, family difficulties. All these things are creating a new opportunity for us to see them as doorways instead of as blocks. And that's really the key for a creator God, isn't it? So, for example, and you may have heard this metaphor, but I've never found a better one. If you were about to bake a cake, okay, we'll call the cake the shift, Creating Beyond 2012. You're about to bake a cake. You would take out everything out of your refrigerator that you know goes into a cake. You would take out eggs and flour and sugar and butter, etc. And you'd lay them and you'd set them out on the counter. Now, say there was an alien, an extraterrestrial, that came into your kitchen to watch this process, to watch the shift. And there you go. You take a perfectly good egg that's a perfectly good, wonderful form unto itself. You crack it open into a bowl, and you throw part of it away. And then you take flour, which is all contained and nice in one place, and you put that in and you start to stir it, and it starts to make this goopy mess. And then you put in vanilla and you put in butter, and all these ingredients that were a perfect form in some way sitting on your counter are now a mess. They're all taken apart. Their structure is completely changed. To the unknowing eye, who didn't know what was going to come out of it, you could even say ruined, messed up and ruined. And yet, here we take it, we mix it together, and we put it in a pan, and we bake it. Fire, transformation. We put the heat under it to change its form, so that all those things that were okay in their own right, but they weren't incredible, and there wasn't much you could do with them. They were limiting as individual pieces, put all together and creating something new and spectacular out of them through the transformation of fire. You end up with what? You end up with a beautiful cake. So my point is that it has been and it will continue to increase, all these opportunities to crack open our eggs, to make new omelets. You know, a favorite line of mine is when Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. Good thing. Humpty was done with that form of being an egg stuck in a shell. Just think of it, in our duality, in our world of duality, in our world of limitation and fears, we are stuck in an egg. We are stuck in that form where we perceive ourselves to be. The minute we assume our role as creator gods and are willing to embrace the experiences that will crack us open and be able to use those contents in so many different ways, adding new structures, adding new things to it. So that's why the quote this week was, you'll experience this as difficult a time as your thought forms are limited. If you're in victim mode, if you're in fear mode, these times will be tough because our structures as we knew them are crumbling, they're falling apart, they're changing. On the other hand, the excitement of it all is that we are realizing, especially those listening to this on their spiritual journey, that we are creator gods. And out of this, we're going to create a new reality. And that's what our video was about last week. What might that look like? And for me, it looks like everyone will be connected to their soul, to God's source. and so it won't be so difficult. They still have the challenges. They're not going to go away. We're here to learn in human form. We're here to grow. We're here to come back into God essence. So as you approach these times, some of the tools that will be handy for you to use are emotional clearing, any kind of program or structure that helps you change your thought forms. I've recently come in contact with a great one that works with the subconscious. It's called BEST, the initials. And so look that up on the computer. Certain chiropractors study this. And it's a way of movement and change that helps the body heal itself because it shifts the subconscious thought form. So you're not even aware what's the thought form is, but it's changing you. And I've seen miracles with this. See, the tools are coming. The emotional clearing workshops are great because that helps your mind understand your feelings, and it helps you empower yourself to become God creators. So as you face these times that come, whatever it may look like for you and whatever your version of it is, you have an opportunity to integrate from your heart, to become more than you ever thought you could be, which is really what the shift is about. We can concentrate on the headlines, on the destruction, on the falling economy, on the job losses, on our fear, on illnesses. They're there. They're not going to disappear when the shift hits. The thing that's going to happen, though, is that the human consciousness is growing exponentially. And we are understanding now. We're more knowledgeable. Knowledge replaces fear to a large extent. Fear's there to tell us where we need to heal and where we need to grow. So anyway, these are just some thoughts on the times coming up that go through my mind. So I wanted to share them with you. And I thought the quote was from last week's reflection was great. These times will be as difficult as your thought forms are in resistance to the changes. So step into these times with excitement. Know that they're going to be difficult, but that you are creator gods and you have it within you to make the shifts. And let's have some fun with this. It's not all gloom and doom. In fact, it's what it's going to take for us to get there, and that's exciting. Let's go make a great cake. I head off for Egypt next Monday, so I'm not sure if there'll be a reflections or not. I might get one done before then. Please, if you'd like to join along with us in your heart, it's a wonderful trip with a very powerful mission. You can read about it on my website. You can get the itinerary off my website, www.heartlights.net. So have a great week, or 3 weeks as it might be, before I'm back on again, and tune in with us in Egypt, and let's get going. We're the God creators. Have a great week. Bye.